Hey everybody, Shadow Phoenix here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to more Planet Coaster here at my brand new park for 2019, Silverwood. Let me just say I've been getting a lot of comments on this park, a lot of views from the first two episodes of it, and I'm glad that you guys are really liking this. I'm also getting a lot of new fans from it as well, so it's great to see some of you new people here too. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for finding me, and I'm glad that you guys actually really like the park because I'm really enjoying working on this park. As you can tell, I've gotten a lot done in a very short amount of time. I've been working all week on this, and one of the things we're going to look at today is some of the new stuff I'm working on. So, for those who don't know, who haven't seen episode 1 or 2 yet, basically what this park is, it is not a recreation of the actual Silverwood park. The reason for that is, the reason for the name is that I'm actually basing this park off of the theming, kind of like how Silver Dollar City and Dollywood is. It's very rustic, very mountainy, kind of hillbilly-ish. I can get away with that. I'm actually from Kentucky, so I can call it hillbilly. Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of the idea behind it. It's based off those two parks, and I want to do a park similar in tone or similar in theme to those two parks because they look gorgeous, and I've never been to Silver Dollar City, but I have been to Dollywood, and it is an absolutely gorgeous park, and it's one of my favorite parks that I've ever been to, and I wanted to kind of recreate this because I do kind of, or at least not recreate that, but recreate the feeling of those two parks because it's even in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, this was the kind of parks that I would create. And you can tell I kind of love it because if you look at any of my other parks, when I do like the western or frontier areas of those parks, then you kind of see my true potential kind of coming out in those particular areas. I do love it. I really do. So one of the things I kind of wanted to get into and talk about was not really, we kind of finished the River Rapids ride in the last episode, and of course, as I discussed, I also put in this building here to replace the building that was in the very first episode. That's going to be the Parks Emporium. And then I kind of spent an entire evening, one day streaming during the week, on this building right here. And pay no attention to the names. The names of the buildings are just kind of there. They most likely won't stay. We were just having a bit of fun, so there's nothing to see here. But yeah, it's like a little, like, I don't know what you would call this, it's like a horse and stables, I guess, is kind of what it's kind of based off of. I saw this picture of a building that's in Dollywood, and I kind of wanted to kind of recreate that. It's not actually identical to the one in Dollywood, because that one actually has like 3 sides to it, so I only did 2 sides, which kind of fits the little area here that I put in. But I really feel like it fits in quite well right here where it's at. And then, of course, we got some backstage passages right there for our employees and stuff. If they need to get back behind these buildings, there's a way that they can get back there. But here's what I mainly have been working on, and it's going to come into view here shortly as we cross across the main entry plaza here. I also, like I said, we've been having some fun with names. The chairlift goes to up yonder. And I don't know. I just thought that was kind of funny. We were having a bit of fun and just kind of renaming some things. I did finally recolor the guest services building, which is going to be themed around a bank. I decided to go with this kind of crimson red, but kind of a faded kind of crimson red. And then, of course, we have this little area over here that's going to be like a sit-down restaurant, and then coming around through here, you see our train station, also something I showed off in the last episode. You guys got a lot of comments about that. Some of you actually, Tweetsie Railroad, which is quite interesting. I'm glad you enjoyed that little Easter egg there. And then, of course, we have our theater. Still don't have a name for the theater. I'm still thinking about that. Names aren't as important at this stage of the park right now. But one new thing that, of course, coming up on here is the park's Grand Carousel. Thank you so much to Frontier for finally giving us the Grand Carousel. I absolutely love this thing. Really do. I did get a little bit of slack in my stream when I was putting this here because a lot of people, not a lot, I got a couple of comments that said it doesn't really fit here as the entrance to this other area, but I disagree. I feel like it kind of does. And so one of the other things you're going to see here, and we're not going to go into detail today, I'm just going to kind of give you a quick glimpse of it because we're not quite ready to show that off, and that is the county fairs section. So both Dollywood and Silver Dollar City have these little areas which are like the kids or juniors section, where most of the flat rides and stuff are located. Dollywood has Country Fair, Silver Dollar City has the Grand Exposition, I have County Fair. So it's the Silverwood County Fair, and that's kind of what all that is going to be down in there. You can kind of get a glimpse of some of the things that's down there. I don't really want to show that off just yet though. There's still some more work to do with buildings and some other stuff. So what we're going to do is we are going to go around this way. So as I stated in, I think the first and second episodes both, the chairlift will take you up to a whole other section of the park, which is located on top of the hill there. But you don't have to take the chairlift. You can also take the long way around, which is the pass that I will have going up the mountain. This is going to be one of those paths, also not completed yet. You can kind of see a little bit of a glimpse of some of the rides down there. I'm not going to tell you what they are, but I think, you know, if you know the game, you can kind of figure out what they are. Keen-eyed observations. And then, of course, over here on this side, I just kind of fenced this in just at the last second, right today before I stopped streaming. And it's a construction wall, basically. And we're going to, this kind of shows off what's going to be coming next, but not really. So I won't really tell you what it says there. I think you guys can kind of see. And I'll leave you guys to kind of guess about what could possibly be in this little area right here. But it's going to be amazing, and you know, hopefully you guys can, you know, I think it's going to be one hot little area right there. So anyway, we're going to go over here. Well, okay, here's another sign here that I did for the county fair section. And one thing I do want to see is that is one of my favorite rides in the entire game. I could sit and watch that ride run. In fact, I have been sitting here and watching it run for the last hour, and I love it. And that's the wave swinger, basically. The swings, giant swings, I guess you'd call them. I love those. They're so fun to watch. And you can also see I have guests in the park now too. That's probably going to change in the future. The bigger the park grows, the more we're going to be losing FPS. I'm probably going to have to get rid of some of the guests to try to get some of that FPS back. There's about 2,000 some guests in the park right now at the moment. So what are all those 2,000 guests here for? For this that we're coming up on right over here. It is the park's first roller coaster added to the park. And we are coming up on it, and I've got a tree kind of in the way there. A couple of firsts for me on this one. I have never used this coaster, but this is the brand new coaster we got in Magnificent Rides. It is a Vector, which is a multi-launch or a MAC coaster, and it's got a cutback here, which is done really well. One of the first things I've ever done, though, is I've never custom supported an element like this on any kind of coaster other than an Aero. I've done custom supports for Aero heels, but I've never done anything like that before, so that was a challenge, trying to figure out how I was going to do that. Went through a couple different iterations before we finally hit on this, and my wonderful chat on my Twitch stream were very helpful in helping me find the right combination. A lot of people wanted me to do a couple things differently. A lot of people posted pictures of the cutback that's on Copperhead Strike, but I didn't want it to go over top of the element. I wanted it to be very much one-sided like it is here, and I think I hit on the perfect kind of angles and stuff for it, and I really think that looks pretty good. So the coaster's name is called Mustang. Mustang is a MAC multi-launch coaster featuring 2 launches. The first launch is right out of the station, and the second is right there on the other side of the station, right here. Now, none of the theming and everything on this isn't actually complete yet, and there's a lot of stuff that's still going to kind of change, but I wanted to give you guys a glimpse of what I've been working on all week, and this has been it. This is it, and there's a couple other things that we're working on, but I think this came out quite well. Kind of working on his sign there. Not sure if that sign's going to stay or not, but I kind of like it. It's not too bad. I think it needs a little bit of work. I tried to do it in like a white sun or something on the background. And I don't know. I'm fairly happy with it though, but just not 100% happy with it. So the queue line will go through here on the side of the barn. And the theming of this is that it's, you know, a wild Mustang. A Mustang horse has escaped from the barn, and you are basically on said Mustang, and that's where it's going to be a wild ride. It doesn't, it only has like 2 inversions technically. There's one back there that you can see, plus the cutback over there. Well, 3 inversions. I forgot about the barrel row. So it does go through a 0G row right there. And I think I did a pretty good job of it. And I know some of you are going to say, well, how come we didn't ride it in this video? Well, that's because I'm waiting until I get everything kind of done on it to really show it off. And so you guys should probably see that and expect it probably next weekend, I would think. You should look for a video at that point with a POV. And then I'll also have another video kind of showing off some of the other stuff that I've been working on too. It does go over top of the train. There's that, this is an element that I kind of designed myself. It's kind of, I don't know, it's probably something that's actually on another coaster, but I wasn't able to find anything kind of like it. There was an element that I was working from, like I was looking at it and trying to recreate that, but mine kind of does its own thing. So there's probably a coaster out there that has this though, so it's probably nothing new, but it was kind of fun creating that. Alright, and as soon as you come off the launch, like it launches you out of the station, right? And you come down, you kind of go up this little airtime hill, and then down over into this ravine. And the ravine overlooks the river, where we have the show boat, the old steamboat, that's the paddle boat, I guess, steam paddle boat, that just happens to be coming by right here. My thinking of this is I kind of wish that was an actual ride, but that way I could kind of get it working or animated of some sort. But the idea is that at some point in the park, probably much further back than where we're at right now, you'll be able to actually get on said boat and take a ride around the river, kind of bring you back full circle around here. So this would be, it's kind of stuck there right now at the moment because it's not animated, but this would just be saying that if you're coming down through here, you just happen to catch the steamboat kind of come by at that time. And that's my thinking of that. Then it will immediately turn and kind of come back up and go through a few S-turns, and then through the 0G row, through the cutback back, hits a second launch to take you over another airtime hill right there, or a slight airtime hill, or like a hop, I guess, through this weird element that I don't have a name for, and another couple of S-curves, or one S-curve, I guess, before it goes back to the actual station. So there it goes, it's getting ready to go over the 0G row, through the cutback, back into the barn, second launch, and there she goes. It's extremely popular. It's not the most popular ride in the park, but that would be the River Rapids. Also, my log flume is getting a lot of the attention right now too. But it is the second most popular ride in the park right now. But when I built it, man, the line on this was hugely long. I've been trying to run 2 trains on it, but the problem is by the time they unload one train and get it going, like the train doesn't actually leave until this one's just about back into the station. So there's a slight pause there. It takes them too long to load and unload, and that's mostly my fault because of where the exits and entrances are. So if they were to exit out right here, it would probably be a lot quicker, but the only way I can make this work was to put the entrance on this side and do it that way. So if those were reversed, they would exit out there and the operations would be quite a bit quicker. So with that, I am going to kind of leave it at there. You can kind of see some of the stuff I'm working on a hill back there. Mostly just kind of placement and a little more of the county fair section, but I am going to kind of give you a quick glimpse of some other things that we've been working on here. And that is just going to be, I'm not going to show any of this off except for really just right there. And I call it Timber Racers. And I want to show off the sign and a little bit of my station building and stuff there, but that's really all you guys are going to get of that. I'm going to save the rest of that for the next episode. And of course, you may, if you're eagle-eyed, you may have spotted something else over there in the corner as well. Maybe another coaster. But that's going to be it for me here at Silverwood. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. It turned out to be a little longer than I thought it was going to be, but yeah. So yeah, work wall for some more construction that's going to be happening in this area here. Got lots more things planned. Working on my county fair section. All that stuff's going to be coming this week, as well as later on you will get a POV of Mustang once its actual station stuff is all complete and everything's working to my perceived perfection, so we say. But until then, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. My name is Shadow Phoenix. Thanks for watching, guys. Very much appreciated. Thanks for all your support. A shout out to all my new fans. A shout out to my Patreons as well. Thank you so much for that. I very much appreciate it for becoming a Patreon. Glad you guys enjoy my work so much. I hope to get to keep making these videos, but my job does kind of start full time this week. It's going to be a little rough to try to get construction and stuff done, so things might be slower. Well, probably not much slower than it has been here recently, because I've been doing a lot of stuff and not putting out a whole lot of videos. But hopefully I can keep some videos coming to you on a weekly basis, at least anyway. But yeah, that's going to be it. Thanks for watching me here at Silverwood. Thanks for enjoying the videos. Thanks for all the thumbs up, the comments, and everything else. I'm glad you guys are liking this park. I can't wait to finish it. I can't wait to get it out to you all. And I can't wait to you guys to see what else I have in store for it. Until the next time, wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Thanks for watching.